Hi you guys, how are you? It's Kayla from the KK Lifestyle, and today I'm going to show you how to achieve this look that I'm wearing right here. I'm calling this my Valentine's date night tutorial. So we're using lots of pinks and purpley mauve tones to celebrate Valentine's Day, and I am doing a first impression of this eyeshadow palette right here from KKW Beauty. This is the Classic Blossom eyeshadow palette. Got it from Ulta, and I am going to tell you everything that I think about it. So let's go ahead and jump in. We'll get started. Hey you guys, let's get started. So I told you guys we are doing I'm just going to fold this down a little bit, a pink and purple themed makeup look. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I'm using a new foundation today. This is the Hourglass Vanish foundation in the color Shell. This is a stick foundation. I've seen a couple other influencers using this, and I was really intrigued. So I have used this a couple times. I really like it. I feel like I waste less product because you just draw it right on, which is really nice. It's very full coverage. I use my beauty blender to apply it. I normally use the Too Faced Born This Way, and I really like it. I just think, for doing some makeup tutorials and trying to change it up for you guys and try some new things and not get stuck in just using the same products over and over again. And I was out of the Born This Way, so I figure why not take the opportunity to try something new. Now I'm going to go with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm going to go under the eyes, obviously, around my nose, chin, and then right in the center of the face just to even out the brightness. And then I'm just going to dab the beauty blender. When I did my foundation, I was using more of wiping motions just to kind of spread the product, but with the concealer, the product is where I want it, so I'm just kind of dabbing it into the skin until it's blended. And I do kind of sweep it a little bit over my eyelids just because it does make a good primer for eyeshadow. I'm using a new eyeshadow palette today. I am so excited. And I have never used it. I'm gonna do the first impression on this video, so very exciting. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my Lancome Long Time No Shine translucent powder just to set that under my eye. And I just pretty much dab till it disappears because that means it's blended into the skin. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my KKW Beauty contour. I use the color Fair. These are the sticks. And I just draw my contour out. And then I'm going to blend it. So you're going right where your cheekbones suck in right there. And I like to do a little bit around my hairline. And I've recently started also doing my nose. And then I'm going to do a little on my jawline. And then I use her brush. This is like a beauty blender side, but I use this side to blend that out. And I'm using quite a bit of pressure here because I want to contour, but I don't want a harsh line, if that makes sense. I'm always scared I'm going to forget my nose because I just started doing my nose recently. It's not like something I've been doing forever. And if you walk out with 2 lines like that drawn on your nose, you're going to get some looks. I got new lights, y'all, and I'm sweating a little bit. I'm here to tell you. It's like... Okay, so now we're going to move on to blush. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. This is my favorite pink. I'm just using the pinks today. So this is the Color Ecstasy. This is the Chic to Chic blush. And I'm just putting it right on the apples of my cheeks and pulling upwards. Okay, and then I'm going to do highlight next. So I'm actually gonna start with the Jaclyn Hill highlight. This is the Flash. Never can remember if it's the Flare or the Flash, but this is the Flash palette, and I'm gonna use Gleam, which is the lightest color. I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna go over it with something else. So I put that right on the tops of the cheeks, and then I'm going to do right on my lip, which is a little shiny right now. It doesn't need too much. And then I'm going to use this one. This is Morphe from Desi Danger. This is a pink one, so that's why I'm choosing this one. It's got a pink hue to it, so this is also a highlight, and I'm just going to go right over top of the other one, and you can see that really give us something extra right there. All right, now I'm going to move on to my brows. So I'm going to use my Anastasia brow definer. I use the color medium brown, and I'm going to comb them up first with a spoolie, apply the product. Short strokes. You want it to feel like you're actually drawing hair. You don't want to do one long stroke because it's not going to look natural. So I'm just I have pretty thick brows, but they're light. So I'm just kind of filling in where I feel like it's sparse. And then I always use the spoolie to blend, because it makes it look so much more natural. So you can already see the difference between the two. This is my more sparse brow here. So you can see it's just short strokes, just like I was drawing little eyebrow hairs. All right, and now I'm going to use the brow gel. This is not a necessity, but it does give the eyebrow a little bit more texture, and it's also kind of like hairspray, so it's just going to keep every brow in its spot. So they will not move. They are set. Okay, now we finally got that done, so I can move on to the fun part. Okay, so this is the KKW Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is the one called Classic Blossom. It looks like, it looks like this actually came out when her baby Chicago was born, because all of these names as like Shy, Baby, Cherry Blossom. She had a cherry blossom themed baby shower, so it appears that that is when this came out. I got this from Ulta. I will link it in the description. Look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, and like I said, I've never used these before, so I'm just going to, I've got a little mirror here, so I'm going to try my best to use it, but also be up close for you guys. So I'm going to go in with the first color. It looks like that is Shy. Anyway, it's this peachy pink one here. I've actually never used KKW's eyeshadows. I've used some other products, obviously, but never the eyeshadows, so I'm excited. That's a pretty color. So I'm pretty much putting that all over the lid. I'm starting in the crease because that's where I want the majority of the product to be, and then I'm just kind of blending it pretty much all over. There's no real method. I used to have a color by Makeup Geek that I used all the time, and it was called Cupcake, I think, and this really reminds me of Cupcake. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a more brown tone right here, just to give me a little bit of depth. And I'm not putting that everywhere like I was the other one. I'm kind of concentrating it into the crease. All right, and then I'm going to go in with this little smoky brown. It's kind of like a mauve. It's got a little purple hue to it. And I'm going to keep that out here in the outer corner. So I'm just building depth. Now I'm going to switch to this MAC. I think this is a 217. It's just a little bit more defined. And I'm going to go in with this darker purple color here. It's almost, it looks darker in the camera now that I'm seeing, but it's a real dark mauve. And I'm going to keep this really low. I'm not getting much fallout from these colors, you guys. That's really good. And I'm getting a lot on my brush, just with a tiny bit of pressure, so that's really helpful when you're applying. That really, you guys can see that really built some smokiness there. So now I know I said I'm gonna do pinks and purples, but I'm dying to use this red color. So it's Valentine's, right? So we don't care. So we're gonna do this kind of burnt brick red color, and I'm just gonna kind of sweep that over the very top just to build a little bit of drama. Beautiful. Okay, now I really like to highlight my brow bone, and I'm gonna try with this one, but I'm with the lightest color, but I'm honestly probably gonna go back in with a highlight because I can tell this color isn't quite as light as I'm gonna want it to be. It's not bad though. This is a really good palette, you guys. I think this is going to be one that you guys are really going to like, especially for like everyday use. I am going to go back in with the highlight palette, the Gleam color that I put on my cheeks, and just kind of go right there. See how See the difference? It's like that other color was fine, but I like a lot of shine, mainly because I have like a lot of skin on my eyelids, and it does swell sometimes. Not really as much as it used to, but it just kind of brings so much more depth to the eye. You can tell the difference in these two just by adding that extra pop. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inner corner. And that's just a flat brush right there. Okay, so now I'm going to actually use my finger, and I've been dying to use this color. It's got some shimmer to it, and looks so pretty. So I find that these apply best when I apply with my finger, so I've put a little bit there, and I'm just going to touch it on my eyelid. That feels so different. That is so buttery and smooth, and it applies really pretty. I'm so impressed. So excited. I love me some Kardashians. Woo, that's pretty. What do we think? Should I go a little darker? I kind of think I can go a little darker. So I'm going to go back in with that dark purple. And I'm just going to take this up a notch. It's Valentine's Day. Mama's going out. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, so now I'm going to switch over to a flat brush. I'm going to work on the bottom. So I'm going to go in with that first color that I used. It's kind of a mango-ish color, and I'm just going to pull the top of the eye and the bottom of the eye together. And this really helps if you're going for more of a smoky eye to use the same colors on the bottom as you did on the top, and not just go straight in with, a black liner or whatever, just because it makes it much more blended. I'm going to go in with the purpley one right here. Some people just flat out don't like to wear anything on the bottom of their eye, which is totally fine. But if you do wear something, I just recommend kind of building the look instead of going in right with that dark shadow immediately. All right, and now I'm going in with the darker purple, and I'm only going to keep that to the outside. So I'm only using the matte shades on the bottom. I am not going in with the shimmer. Okay, there's this like red shimmer right here that I just want to try, so just hang on. I'm just putting that in the outer because it's pretty dark. But how fun and pretty is that? My eyes look like a flower, y'all. Looks like a blossom. Love it. Okay, I am going to do one more thing that's kind of out of the box, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is a NYX liquid crystal liner, so it's pink, which is why I chose it. It's a very, very thin brush, and I'm going to put this on the bottom lash line. And you would think that that would do a lot, but really it's just a little hint for date night of like, oh, what's that? What you doing, girl? See? All right, now I'm going to go in with black eyeliner on the top. That's pretty. I feel pretty. All right, now I'm going in with my Milani highly rated mascara. Talked about this in my last video. This mascara gives a really pretty doll eye look. It doesn't necessarily make my lashes feel 10 times longer, but it actually separates them and gives them a lot of texture, which I really like right now. All right, now I'm going with my lip liner. This is Posy K by Kylie Jenner. Sorry, you guys, that really needs to be sharpened. I should have sharpened that. And then I'm going in with my Anastasia liquid lip. This one is Soft Lilac. So this is a very pretty pink. And then I'm going to go over that with a gloss. This is the Milani in Soft Rose. This is also a lip plumper. I am like really sweating, you guys, so I'm going to do a little bit more powder in this area where I'm like shiny. For some reason, it's not really, now I'm feeling it, it's not sweaty. I think it's just these lights are picking up. Here, that's better. Okay. All right, you guys, this is fun. This is a pretty look. I love pinks. It really complements my skin tone. I wear pinks and purples a lot. I love, this guy was the star of the show today. This is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. Way to go, Kim Kardashian. Not that you need any encouragement from me, but I thoroughly love this eyeshadow palette. I'm really glad that I bought it. I think it could be a really good item to have in your collection, just because it's so versatile. I think you can use just these 4 shades for a really natural look, and then, you know, you can add in these darker ones if you're doing like date night like we're doing today, or something more evening. So anyway, good stuff. Thanks guys for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you and your significant other have a awesome holiday, and talk to you guys soon. I don't really have anything else. I think I'm done. Oh, this sweater. If you want to buy this sweater, it's a good date night sweater. You can always go to the link in the description, and I will link all the tops that I wear in my videos. So thanks guys. Bye.